Welcome to the last video. Here's for making it through those previous ones. Had it all scheduled, all ready to go, and the cost changed. So I'm ready to go, posted, uploaded, so it's actually on the thing, ready to go on the platform, and the cost changed. So I had to take the video down. I had 3 days to do that. If you're wondering what all that noise is, it's my chains on my waist hitting a beer keg, because that's what I'm sitting on. So yeah, here's to that. So I had to redo it. Obviously, it needs to happen. You've got to see the true cost. So I'm going to leave the video as it was. You're going to see what I initially thought I'd earned. It's changed since. I'm going to update it at the end, so you have a true indication of what we actually got. So I'm going to leave a timestamp in the bottom here, so you can click that and just skip to the end if you only want to see the costs. Fine, cool. I appreciate you being here. So we're just about to set off, and I found all this. Only on this car. I don't know. So somewhere, something's happening down there. Don't know what. All the lights are going off. No problems with this car for years and years and years, and all of a sudden, now, when we're doing a fucking challenge. We have finished that week. We finished that week. That needed to happen. It was horrible. I slept so well last night. I had a nice bath. I had some whiskey that I was just dealing with like this week, man. That was hard. It was hard. Like, props to these guys who do that full time and work them sort of hours full time. There's plenty of them. I bumped into loads this week. And an update to the chicken throwing neighbor. I come home yesterday. There's a mop head on my doorstep, so he's still throwing shit. Like, I don't know how that come about. So yeah, neighbors. Yeah, didn't stay out for as long as what I was gonna yesterday. Did one delivery more than what I had planned to, but I fell asleep in the car at McDonald's, and I was snoring away. I was that tired, like waiting for an order, and the app had gone dead, because every now and then it will just go dead. You have to log out, log back in. Those who are already on the platform know the stresses of that. Yeah, so I was just snoring. I thought, I got to call it. I literally can't go anymore. I'm tired, man. I am tired. I come home, just had the bath, got done. So what you're probably all wondering, the money side of stuff, right? Last week we finished on 801.28. So we did 72 hours, 34 minutes. We did 141 trips. 56.99 in tips for the whole week. So yeah, yesterday finished on 101.51. Yeah, got a couple of cash tips which I didn't really count on this, because you can't see it. I could just tell you I got £1,000 in cash tips. Probably arranging for the whole week about £5, or £5.60 something. So I've kept them separate, so we'll count that up when we do the final scores. I will go back to doing this. It is a good thing. Like, as much as I moaned about it, if I just did it as a casual thing, not a full-time 80-hour week, it's good. Averaging for the dead times about £10 an hour, which is okay money. Wear and tear on the vehicle. I got that. Does it say any details on there? $11.99 for power steering fluid, because that started to go a bit tits up. Still needs 2 new tyres, but the garage let me off with the MOT to go through and we could crack on. I'm pretty confident I could have done more. Should I have prepared correctly? Now I know if I ever did do it again, I know how to go about doing it, because I made several mistakes throughout this. First time I've ever tried it. So yeah, I'm pretty confident £1,000 is very doable. Probably not in December. December might be a tricky month with all these announcements coming out in the UK at least. You know, £800. How many jobs do you get £800 a week in? Very few. How many? I mean, people will say you have your fuel expenses, you have this, that, and the other. But if you're getting a bus to work, what are you counting that as? Like, it's the same thing. I mean, what's a travel card in London now? About 20 quid, probably. You know, I've spent not much more different. You know, already own the car. Like, I mean, I can't class that as an expense. You know, it's my personal thing. And how many times, say, your contracted job is, say, 45 hours a week. This is how I was justifying some of this. If you're doing, say, a 45-hour week and you spend what is sometimes the norm, I guess, an hour and a half traveling to work every day and traveling home, you've in effect added 3 hours to your day. So you're already on, what, 60? You have to keep that in mind. And that's a very strange thing from working a proper job, like a 9 to 5 sort of style job like that. Going from that, where you're told you're paid per hour, but you have to travel there and all that other stuff that you don't take into account for, you're still away from home for that amount of time. So them sort of hours you don't factor in, but you factor in your working hours. If you have a lunch break, you know, is that accounted for? You're still away from your home. So I would class that as, you know, you're away from your home, you're working, that is part of a working week. In this, it's all up to you. The freedom is right there. So the hours do kind of even out. They just don't look like they do. Once you actually dissect your money, pros and cons. I mean, if you take from the beginning part of the week where I was clipping £10 an hour, to the end where I was earning, for at some points, £15-20 an hour, over the course of the week, it averages out, and you have to treat it as that. If you take UberEats and you try and do it per hour and you base your way of thinking on per hour, if you don't get a job for 2 hours, that doesn't work. You'll be sitting there for 2 hours and you think you're working for free. Base it across a week. It evens out. And that's how you got to think about it. Price it for the week. Because I've had days where I'm doing £20 an hour. I had days where I'm doing £8, £7, £6 an hour. You know, the whole challenge is basically go for it, inspiring you guys, hopefully. So we've now, in effect, tried to do a motivational YouTube Uber series or UberEats series. So something that anyone can do. So to close, £801. I'll do a full list of breakdown of costs and other stuff so you can see what's going on. We'll catch up at some point. Get in contact on Instagram if it helps you. Let me know what you think. Comment, whatever, you know, do what you need to do. I'll put some links in there so you can click stuff that help me out. Sign up bonuses. What else we got? Insurance benefits for yourself. I'll put a link to the stuff that I used, like the bags, all stuff that will help you out along the way. The stuff that I used personally, what worked for me. I'm going to review them so you can actually see pros and the cons of what I used myself, what worked for me. And yeah, until then, we'll catch up later on. Peace. Didn't last long, did it? So yeah, that was the first part of the video. I thought that was it. I thought that was the end. I completed the challenge, completed the video, done. No. I checked the thing after a couple of these videos have already been published, and I check it, and the prices have changed. So I'm going to show you the correct prices and what they've changed to and what actually happened. So the outgoings for the week. Petrol. I know you all want to know about the petrol. Loads and loads of loads. 713 miles, that was. That's a lot of driving in a car that ain't built for a lot of driving. 194.48 and almost 3 full tanks of petrol I went through. I've still got about a quarter in there left. So I've still got a little bit there, so it can take a little bit off the money, but that's what I spent. That was my expenditure. All I can think of right now is if I was in a better car, it's another £200 in my pocket right there, done. If I was on a moped, it'd be pennies, or a push bike, pennies, but would I get the same number of trips? I don't know. The food delivery insurance, technically I spent £80 on it. So I've spent the money, it's gone, but it tops up an account. So I've still got 7 hours left of it, but I've actually spent the £80 on the insurance. It'll be on my account saved for when I need it. It automatically tops up. So when you get down to like £5 left, it whacks on another £20. So it can surprise you. It has surprised me. All of a sudden your account's missing another £20 because it's gone on insurance that you ain't going to use for another 2-3 weeks. But yeah, so I used about £65 of that because it's 90p an hour on the TT. Power steering fluid, £11.99. My own fault. It pretty much cost us a couple of hours there. Would I have, you know, the day where I was just working on the car all day, I mean, I could have spent that time out earning. Oh, and an update to the wipers. Yeah, they stopped working, and so did the washer jets. Reset the ECU, took the battery out again. Fine now. Makes a clicking sound, but you know, I did whack it with a hammer for a bit, so I didn't have one of them pullers. I know I did it wrong, so you can hate me in the comments. So while taking this Uber challenge where I need to be fucking fast, I need to be quick and quick and quick, I end up in a lift tower block. There we go. Our floor, the fucking 24th floor, the top floor. You can't be any higher in this. That sucks. One of these other guys rejected that order and it's come through to me. Now I gotta go to the top of this fucking tower block to drop this food off. Challenge fail, man. Challenge fail. So parking. I would never, obviously never have paid for parking. I went in to the customer's property, big tower block thing. Run in there, do my thing, drop the food off, come back down. There's a traffic warden at the car. So me being me, I walk to the machine and shout to him at the machine. So oi, mate. So he sees that I'm at the machine. It got me out of a ticket, but I had to spend £2.80 on it because he did check to see that I was paying. So I got out of how much parking ticket? 60 quid, 80 quid. I got out of paying the parking ticket, but I had to spend £2.80 on 1 hour worth of, yeah. On to Uber money. I got an extra £1 tip after I'd already done the week. So someone had tipped me, 5 days after I'd actually done the Sunday's work. So I'd shown that 8.01, it added to that, it's now 8.02. So £1 extra. But yeah, it's cool being able to tip your drivers like so far later on. Because when you log in for your next meal, it sends you a little reminder. Do you want to tip your driver? Most people are going to say no. Tipping in England doesn't happen. So cash tips. I kept them in the car, just scooped them out of the tray there. I finished on £8.60. So £8.60 in cash. Yep, used it going over a toll bridge pretty much already. So yeah. So the costs you may think are done right here. No. This is kind of a technical victory, in a way. The sign-up bonuses. I've shared the sign-up codes on Instagram and, Facebook and whatever before. I've given them to a couple of friends. My insurance sign-up code, it's paid in insurance. So it's not technically cash. It's not someone giving me 30 quid or £10 or whatever. Each time you use that sign-up code, I get £10, you get £10. Free in that week. So I got £30 of insurance, free insurance. Happy days, thank you for using that. So, Uber referrals for the drivers who are on the app and don't really bother to look through it. When you click your payment section and where you can cash out, and at the bottom of that, it gives you your code to sign people up with, that you get your sign-up bonus if you're referring people to the platform. It tells me the name of the person, tells me the people that I've got on the screen, it tells me their names. I can contact them, or it tells me their progress along. So, I don't know, 30 out of 50 trips, so I can tell them to hurry up for another 20. It's quite handy. It's good to see their progress as well, like that's a pretty cool thing. One guy has asked to stay anonymous because I rang him up to say thank you. Wasn't really planned. I didn't really know about it. I totally forgot that I could view that. He's asked to stay anonymous. We're going to have to change his name to Alan, but guy that I used to work with, Alan. So yeah, thanks, Steve. Okay, no one will know. No one will know. I got 150 quid. So free money. Didn't do anything for it. Just shared that code. I would definitely say for you guys to do the same thing. I was chuffed, man. When I found it out, I didn't actually plan on that. This is a technical victory, I guess. It's not planned. It wasn't part of my actual earnings, but it's money that I've earned through Uber. You know, I can class that as Uber money. It's come through the app. It's come to me. So I'm going to count it. I'm going to list it. But it wasn't necessarily working for it. So we're going to have to take that into account. But it's there. It's £150 plus the £30 insurance. Yeah, we're a lot closer than what we thought we was going to be. The Uber referral is paid on the app. So you do get cash. It's £150. It's not in free Uber tokens that give you rides or free meals. It is £150 to you. It varies city to city. I've got a couple that haven't signed up where I'm from. So for other places, it's a different reward in terms of the money, and it's a different number of trips required. I've never had anyone use it abroad, so I don't know what it's like in other places. So if you wouldn't mind using my code in the description, clearly I'd appreciate that. The one on the insurance is slightly different. It only gives me your first name, so I don't really know who you are. If you've got a common name, you know, like John, or were you Steve again? Hey, Steve. Yeah, you know, like, thank you, you know, awesome. So as you can see, we still missed the grand by £9.12. £9.12. £9.12. We missed the £1,000 technically by £9.12. Dude, like proper £9.12. So I'm thinking, how can I swing this? Can I ask some customers from the week before to tip me? I'll go round the house, give them the money, fiddle it. No, £9.12 we missed by. At this point, I'm going to play a video where I figured out how I would have passed this challenge or done this challenge. At this point, I'm going to get rid of the car mistakes and the car repairs and all of this stuff that caused me little delays that was down to me. At this point, I'm going to play a video so you can see the moment where I've actually wired it back to that cost me this challenge. Like, literally cost me the challenge. So I spent the next half an hour, rather than doing this, finishing this quest off, getting a fiver and the delivery thing for me, I stopped delivering food to try and find a homeless person. So delivering that food cost me £5. And the delivery, so probably 10 quid. I can't word what I'm trying to say, but I suppose I still did a good thing. I did the right thing. I'd do it again. I won't be on a challenge again. But yeah, I failed because of that. That's what I can say now, right? Because I mean, I'm counting the insurance. I'm going to count the sign-up bonus. Cheers, Steve. And what do I do? Like £10, £9.12. Gutted, mate. Gutted ain't even the words for that. Like, yeah, sucks, man. Proper sucks. But, oh well. I did a good thing. I've got to keep telling myself that. I'm not going to say that I regret doing it, because I don't. So yeah, missed out by a fucking tenner, man. If I hit that quest, that's £5. If I did any delivery at 1.5 boost, It's £5. Come down to literally that. I mean, I know I'm using a loophole. I know that, but the cost would have changed anyway. I got an extra £1 after that. So I wanted to let you guys know with an update. So you see my initial reaction of finishing on £800 to my actual reaction of finishing on £991 or whatever I finished on, like £990. Can't believe it, man. It's close. It's close. I don't want to do it again. I hate the failure, but I don't want to do it again. I really don't want to do it again. Maybe we'll do it in a different car or something, but I can't fail by £10. You know, well, how can you just... I did a good thing. I got to keep telling myself that. So to sign out, thanks for watching, man. Really appreciate you sticking around, or if you watch the series, cool that you're actually letting me know it on Insta. You know, finding us on Instagram, clicking the links that I left up in the description thing there, clicking the sign up bonuses, which made this possible. Steve's gonna fucking hate me now. I use his actual name.